Hi, welcome back to Metal Rules TV, where the underground meets the playground. I'm Jeff Rappaport.
I'm Joey.
Matt Gibbons.
Daniel Horne.
We're back with your interview with part 2.
Okay.
Now, we left off, we were talking about Metallica, about how you got into Metallica. Now, it's interesting you say that because you have a connection with Metallica now, almost a personal connection. Well, you do have a personal connection with them.
Yes.
Do you want to explain that?
Kirk Hammett is a massive classic horror fan.
Yes, he is.
And he loves collecting anything to do with classic universal horror. And what I'm known for now is doing the classic universal horror portraits. So he asked me to come down to the Orion Festival last year in Atlantic City.
Awesome.
And
Wasn't it?
that was nice. Were you there?
Yeah, it was great.
That was
It was
great.
amazing. Car show, that the whole
Oh,
haunted
yeah.
house was so awesome.
Wasn't that neat? He asked me to come down and display some of my work there, and then go up on stage with them and talk like two old monster kids about how we got into the, classic horror and why we love it, and how much part of our life it is. So he owns a couple of my originals, so it's funny that no matter who
Came
you
full
are,
circle.
yeah, it doesn't matter like where you are in life. When there are things that you really attach to when you were a kid, that just follows through. When you meet someone else who has that same love, everyone's equal, no matter what.
Was that the first time you had met him?
Yes, yeah. We talked and emailed for about a year and a half, and we still do. And I'll post my pictures, and you'll comment on them. But most of my classic horror portraits are bought by collectors. I just finished my 4th commission for the director Guillermo del Toro. Did 4 for him, and Rick Baker.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
He owns the big Bride of Frankenstein and the monster painting. His wife bought that for him for Father's Day. And Greg Nicotero, who is part of K&B Effects, they do all the visual effects for the Walking Dead series. Commissioned a life-size portrait of the bicycle zombie. So it's really neat. And
Those are the people who can afford it.
yeah. But it's like we're all of the same generation too.
Right.
This was, when a movie was on television back in the day, back in the 60s and 70s, it was an event because there was no way to record it, there was no cable, so when it was on, you made a point of seeing it. And that is all, that's all we had. So it was really special to us.
Actually, the piece right behind you was on display at Orion Fest, right?
Yes, it was. The Elsa Lanchester's Bride of Frankenstein. Yes.
That's an original that's scarily in my living room.
And it's
Made me very
she's
nervous.
giving the metal sign.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
So was he? You say he comments? Is he on Facebook? Is he under a secret alias?
Through yes,
Yeah.
and through emails.
I figured he must be a secret.
Yeah.
Everybody has to be on
And
Facebook.
they do have wacky secret names.
Yeah. Now, well, what makes you giggle like a schoolgirl?
Wow. Bill Burr and Louis C.K.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. 2 great comedians right there.
God. I mean, just funny as shit.
Yeah.
Really,
Did you see the segment where he's talking about going to the fair? When they have where there's 80 tents of somewhere that wouldn't have been a real store anyway.
Oh
And he was
yeah.
talking about punching the muffins.
Oh, the muffins.
Oh my God, I died. I was
Yeah.
deathly ill, and I heard that, and I laughed so hard I threw up. That was, oh my God, it was so funny.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it.
They're just amazing. Just amazing.
when I watch that show, I'm always like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like Louis C.K. Sometimes it was like amazingly funny, and sometimes I'm just sitting there going,
Very
what happened?
depressed.
Mhm.
Yeah, like that was like
Yeah.
I don't laugh, and I'm just like,
Really?
yeah.
That's what adds to his.
Yeah.
That's what adds to his demeanor.
Mhm.
Most of the things that you just see him go like this, you know, you could that's the vision. That's what you're supposed to feel.
It's like so beaten down.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
just is.
Did you see the one where he tried to hit on the black girl that was a cashier? And he bought her flowers and she wouldn't take it. So he bought the flowers from her and tried to give them to her
No.
and she wouldn't take him. So finally he ended up following her home from work. Like he's on the subway following her to place and he's jawing and she's like not listening. Finally she's like, suck a dick, son.
I just remember the episode. There was one where he was just like singing the whole Who song, but he said like he sang the entire song to his daughter. They were going on a trip, and he, you know how you like.
I think
he
I did
lip
see
synced it
that.
for a couple minutes, but they did the entire song. I'm like, oh my god, are they ever going to
What
stop?
song was it?
I think it was Who Are You, or maybe it was Bob O'Reilly. I don't know. It was one of those songs. But all right, going back to the monster stuff. What do you think has been the best monster movie of the past decade?
For me, May.
I don't think you knew what it was. I don't even know what that is.
It's off the beaten path to say the least.
Yeah.
It's about
Yeah.
a rather disturbed girl.
Not,
Mostly she doesn't
Yeah,
have a
right.
place to fit in. Kind of.
right.
It's interesting.
And she builds her own lover with body parts from people that disappointed her and lied to her and things like that. It's kind of an outcast, but it's really an incredible film. It
Sounds
really is.
delicious.
It is.
Yeah.
The acting is just amazing. It's heartbreaking, but terrifying too.
All right. I don't have any. Do you have anything else?
May?
I love the premise.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking of like my like greatest hits of ex-girlfriends.
Yeah. Taking the best parts of each one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd probably be like a 6-vaginaed girl.
Yeah.
85.
Even though you don't,
And no
are you gonna
mouth.
grow extra?
No mouth.
Are you gonna grow extra penises for the 6 vaginas? Pretty much, you think you only.
So I mean, you know, you want to vary. I mean, if it's going to be what you're going to do for the rest of your life,
Yeah.
take that to a taxidermist.
Okay.
Stuff this before I do.
Right before I wrap this up. Before I wrap this up, do you guys have anything else that you'd like to ask?
Wow, I don't even know. So you mentioned you played hockey for a long time, and you're from Pittsburgh.
Yes.
Does that mean your team is the?
The Flyers.
Oh, okay, good, good.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
Penguins suck.
You aren't going back to Pittsburgh
I love
anytime
this
soon,
guy.
are you?
No, I went to school in York in '78, and like when I left Pittsburgh, that was it. The Steelers suck, and the Pirates suck, and the Penguins
Pirates
suck.
The Pirates really do suck. That's pretty
Yeah.
much unarguable.
What do you think about Rob Zombie doing the Flyers movie?
I think it's pretty cool.
I know.
Yeah, I think so
I'm
too.
not a huge
Lots of
fan of his
bullies.
movies, but I think he's going to do a good
Yeah.
job.
I am.
I am too.
I think he adapted Halloween in a more
Yeah.
brutal essence.
Mm.
I liked it.
I think he
You
really
hear him
some-
grunt more when he hits somebody, and I like that. It's such a human aspect to
Well,
just
okay,
a
that's a good
monster
point.
to a juggernaut. You know, like
I don't know. To me, he kind of took everything that was cool about Halloween and threw it out and replaced it with a bunch of violence. That was kind of what I thought about it. I did like Devil's
I was
Rejects.
happy. I'm easily amused.
Yeah, I was
I like
easily
it.
amused. I like the fact that he uses all the actors
Yeah,
in the
that's
70s
cool.
and 80s, and
That is definitely
he like kind of like in a way he's almost like the horror Quentin Tarantino, where he reboots people's careers that have
Absolutely.
been forgotten about.
Yeah.
So
I
is,
really like that.
Is Ken Foree going to be Fred Shiro, or how's it going?
Yeah.
Sheena. What's Sheena? She's gonna kill me for that. It'll be fun.
It'll be fun.
Well, I guess the last and the most important question I have for you is, are you honored to appear on Metal Rules TV, and why?
Absolutely, because I love metal, and you guys are really great, and this was fun. It's been great.
Okay, thanks. And I want to give you a chance now to plug anything, your website, anything that you want people to check out.
Yeah, DanielHorneStudios.com. All my prints and resin busts, life-size busts that I make there. Yeah.
I actually really
And I'm on
can't wait to
Facebook,
go to
too.
that. I really can't. I wish I would have known, like, and really paid attention to, like, you know, because we just went through, like, here's what's going to be on the show, here's the guest that's going to be on the show. I really wish I would have did my homework.
Yeah, looked up
I
who
really-
was coming in.
Yeah, really. I really wish I would have did that now.
But you know what? You wouldn't have the same kid in the candy store excitement.
Yes.
Maybe, if you had known.
Yeah, because that's
Look at
kind
you
of
now,
that's
you're
exactly
so-
how I feel right now. I am giddy.
Yeah.
I am giddy.
And that's what you want to capture on film.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you for coming out.
Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome.
Rock on.